All right, testing. Is this thing good? I think we're good. Let's go. What is up, YouTube? It is your guy Rezrection, and I am back with you guys with a very special video today. This video has been a long time coming, guys. You know, I've been trying to do a video like this for a very long time, but I really didn't know how to approach it. But I figured, yo, you know, if I keep stalling and lagging, it's never gonna get done. So I decided to stop with all the procrastinating and jump right into it. I know a lot of you guys who follow me on YouTube probably don't know what I've been up to in terms of this whole jersey collecting. I want to put the questions to rest because at least once in my videos that I post, whether it's jersey related or not, I get that little occasion question on whether or not I keep up with the Jerseyheads. The quick answer is yes, and I am going to explain it in full detail in this video. So why don't we jump into it? This is a very special video indeed because this something is very near and dear to my heart. It takes me back. For those of you who have followed me over the years, you know, you all know that I started doing YouTube with jersey videos. AKA Rezrection doing volume 12 for his jersey videos. What up, it's your boy Josh, AKA Rezrection. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JD, AKA Rezrection. Boy JD, AKA Rezrection. Brand new with tags again, Nate Thurman. This is a size 48. New York Knicks. This one is pretty rare as well. So yeah, here's the jog tag. This is pretty rare jersey as well. I've never met a single one of them, and it was really crazy to think that, you know, even after all these years, I still link up with them from time to time online, and we still talk. Back in the day, believe it or not, I was buying jerseys almost every single day. The addiction was real. There are also people that share that same passion that I had back in the day, and you know, I will say that I came across some great people along the ways. If I remember correctly, the first person that really inspired me to start doing these videos on YouTube was Albert, aka Throwback King. You know, he was the guy that pretty much started it for me, you know, when I started my hobby collecting and putting it on YouTube. You know, buying jerseys was always something that was near and dear to my heart when I was younger. I decided to just one day grab a camera. I just so happened to have a camera at the time, and started filming, and I went in front of the screen, and the rest was history. There was a lot of great people that I met along the way as well. I had the homie Murph, who stays out in Long Island, Anthony, who's out in LA, Pistol out in Arizona. We had A-Rock, who's also my fellow Baydestrian.
Sizzling, hot, blazing.
At M. Diddy. Of course, I met some new people along the way, like Nostalgia Boy, who stays out in Philly and Cali. And how can we forget the Mighty Kingdom?
What's up, YouTube? You know what time it is. It's Mighty Fan time.
It's Mighty Fan time. Mighty Fan time.
These jerseys, those jerseys are coming up at some point.
Yo, his collection is bonkers, yo. Y'all gotta check him out. I mean, the list goes on. There was just so many people that I met over the years. So I wanted to do something a little bit different, guys. And, you know, shout outs to you, Mac, for bringing up this idea because I would have never thought about it in the first place. And shout outs to my girl for actually really pushing me to do it. They both kind of proposed the idea of using Zoom. Now, for those of you who are wondering, Zoom is pretty much like a newer version of Skype. I don't know if you guys know what Skype is. Yeah, I'm that old. I was gonna go ahead and reach out to some of the older YouTube jersey heads that I still keep in touch with, and then some of the new ones that I met along the way, and see if, yo, we could link up and just kind of talk and, you know, talk shop and see what everybody's been up to, because I know that is a lot of history, guys. I figured, yo, what better time to reach out to these guys? You know, we are in quarantine. I got my computer, I got my camera, I got my microphone, I got my jerseys. We're good, so let's do this. But something just does not feel right. I figured, yo, let's dig into the YouTube wormhole of my videos and let's see what my first jersey video was, shall we? Now, for the record, I am perfectly aware that these videos were created during a time of fashion that is no longer existent. At least I think they're no longer existent. You know, back then I was wearing some crazy bogus clothes sizes. I was wearing like 3X, 4X t-shirts, tall tees, tall jerseys, whatever you want to call them, big and tall. And I was like a size 40, medium, schmedium, whatever you want to call it. But I am aware of that, and I am going to jump into these videos for the sake of this video. So I hope you guys enjoy. All right, y'all. I'll see you on the other side. Let's go. All right, let's see it. Oh my gosh, the John Cena stuff in the background. What the hell? Oh, the J Rich. The Nike Rewind. You know what's crazy, guys, that I still have this jersey in my collection still to this day. This was actually my size. My size now, at least. Look how nervous I was and look how skinny I was. I was like a little kid in this video. That is borderline cringeworthy right there, y'all. All right, so going back in that time machine, I was able to pull up my first jersey video that I made on YouTube ever. That was like 11 years ago. That is crazy how time flies. But fortunately, I was able to get what I needed. And I looked at the first jersey that I showcased on my first YouTube jersey video, and that is the Nike Rewind Jason Richardson. And fortunately enough, I still have the jersey in my collection. So it's only fitting that I wear that jersey in this video when I talk to the king. So with that being said, let's go. All right, y'all, still fits. Perfect. Let's do this.
Oh, there he is. All of us aren't going to fit in the same.
All right, now I can see.
A-Rock's volume.
All right, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. The reason why I'm doing this is because I kind of wanted to do kind of like a little YouTube slash, you know, Jerseyhead reunion going on. It's been a long time since we made these videos, you know, at least back in the day. Like, it dates back to like 10 plus years. And, you know, my fellow compadres right here in front of me, you know, you guys all pretty much contributed to me making the videos, and we all had something to bring to the table. I want to get this on videos because I just want to kind of see how everybody else is doing. You know, obviously right now we're going through some tough times, not just in California, but everywhere around the world. So, you know, I thought that we could kind of just distract ourselves a little bit and just kind of go back to simpler times for most of us, you know, when we used to collect jerseys almost every single day. Albert, you kind of mentioned this before. You were the guy that I first saw. You know, you inspired me to really start this off.
I think it's Rezrection. Much love to him, man. Keep making those videos. You got a hot collection, man. Keep doing what you do.
My first video on YouTube, which was, I forgot what year it was, but it was like way more than 10 years ago. So being bored at home, his videos were actually with my my Xbox 360. The video was so stupid. I just showed two jerseys. Then from there, I saw Neil, A-Rock, you know, Rez, and to be and all the other old heads. So much YouTube Jerseyhead history on the screen.
Thought there was something wrong with me. You know, honestly, like, I thought there was something wrong with me that I would buy jerseys of different teams. You know, I thought that that was not allowed, or that was seen as kind of abnormal. And then when I saw people just kind of on TV, you know, you have personalities, you got you guys, and just people around, you know, repping their teams and showing love to other teams like that. And, you know, it really just kind of clicked for me.
It wasn't a fashion thing that just came and went. For us, is that first of all, we all have to be sports fans to do what we do.
I've always, like Albert was saying, I've always been a huge sports fan, and it was passed down. I want the jerseys they're wearing, but I don't want the screen printed ones. Like, I want the ones with the sewn on numbers. And it just became a thing for me. I had Authentics when I was in high school and coming into college, but when the throwback scene blew up, it just made everything more accessible. It was like a perfect storm for somebody like me to have all these different jerseys that I had watched coming up as a teenager and a young adult just readily available for me if I wanted to. All I had to do was like hustle, work hard, save some money, and get the jerseys I wanted. You know, once Albert started with the YouTube thing, I was like, hell, you know, this is really a cool way to, you know, show our collection in a different way.
My story is very similar to anyone else who started collecting. It's because there's a passion, and maybe we all have different ways of how that passion, you know, that seed was planted into the brain. And as I got older, you know, I started getting the jerseys, you know, back in the middle school days, because that's back when everyone was wearing the starter stuff and champion and all that. But I really wasn't a collector. To be honest, the first collecting passion of mine was Mighty Mouse. I collected him for about 15 years or so, because I kind of started collecting the jerseys, Mitchell and Ness and whatnot, after that whole fad started to die down. Snacks that posted a link to the YouTube video. I had to buy on eBay like a $50 camera you know, for me to film myself and put it on YouTube.
What's up, YouTube? You know what time it is? My fan time.
I didn't know exactly what I was doing, but, you know, let me just show what I have in the closet at the time in baseball.
Real talk, the way I got into jerseys is I was an athlete and I got fat. So you could wear that like every day, like over your big body and stuff like that. And, you know, I was just wearing like whatever. It was like a fashion thing. In California, like dudes was like wearing it as an outfit, wearing shoes and jerseys and hats and jackets all matching and stuff like that. And I was like, yo, I got to step my game up. I was trying to find out more information about videos. So like I went on YouTube. I didn't even know that there was like a circuit of dudes out there. I came across Tent 123, Snacks, Ball Track. Then when I came across M. Diddy's joints, I was like, yo, I came across Rez's joints and I was like, yo, he represents the town, man. That's crazy. This dude's like, he represents the Bay, and then he had the John Cena thing going on and stuff like that. Yeah. So I'm similar to Neil. I collect, you know, and I'm similar to Snacks too, that 90s nostalgia stuff. You guys was like so much like smarter than me, like as far as like your knowledge of jerseys and stuff like that. I couldn't stand there and just be like, oh, well, this has a triple twill and this and da da da. Like I didn't know how to do anything. So I figured like, you know, let me bring like a little funk to this.
You brought a whole different level to the jersey. Today, I still laugh about the flame coming out the.
Oh man!
Try ya. They call me your boy, and girl, I'm on fire. Girl, that's your boy. You don't know he on fire.
At the time, like, yo, this is dope. Because we did a lot of things that was like really cringeworthy. Like, you know, we used to play our music really loud.
It's your boy JD, aka Rezrection.
And all this stuff. Like after a while, it became like, all right, our personality started trying to kick in. First, like everybody was doing the same thing as far as like, hey, this is stitch, it's red. Like, man, we all can see it. But I think little by little, once everybody started getting comfortable, everybody's personality started to come out. Everybody had something. You know, it was all like Voltron and all coming together. You know what I'm saying? Like we all had our own niche to this whole jersey.
I got into the jersey game a little bit later. Hearing you guys talk, it's like I missed the whole era of like YouTube videos. Like I went back and watched them, but like to hear y'all reminisce, it's super dope. Y'all can look back on what y'all did and then help pave the way to get it where it's at now. Fortunate enough, I was able to go back and watch the videos. Like on YouTube, I didn't think like, oh, let me go on YouTube and go look for these videos. Like a Spencer Haywood Supersonics jersey. And I was like, my brain just blew up. I was like, they made this? And then I started going through posts and was like, oh, they made this too. And they made this too. Where the hell is all this shit coming from? And I started going out and like, oh, now I need to venture out and try and find these jerseys. I got linked to the videos, and that was Snacks, a throwback, and he has his football. And then that's how I see Neil's videos, Rez's videos, Mark's videos. Then I just started going through everybody, even A-Rock stuff and Jewel 2B, everybody that was like stateside. And then from there, I just been collecting. And then it took me a while of trying to like, oh, I want to make videos too. I want to be able to show my collection.
Albert, you kind of talked about this briefly. You said, you know, like imagine us like 10, 15 years from now, you know, you're going to have these young cats and they're going to be like looking at us, you know, like, man, remember those guys like back in the day?
All our videos, besides Neil and Roberto, and I feel like all our videos got pushed back from those old videos. I feel like you have to search for that A-Rock flame video. You know what I'm saying?
Archives, man.
Before it used to just pop up, you know, because we were the only ones doing jersey videos, so it would just pop up for like, what is the future of our jersey community? You know what I'm saying? We all respect the game of the jersey game, and we're all sports fans, and we know we lived through the era of quality jerseys, you know what I'm saying, of the made in USA, the made in, you know, first run Koreas and stuff like that. So I feel like the fit of jerseys are different, the style of jerseys are different. It's going to be a time that made in China jerseys are going to be all we have, you know what I'm saying?
You guys ever run into this? Like, you got a jersey on and you're out and about and somebody comes up and runs up on you and starts talking about the team or the player, and you didn't know about that, you didn't know like all the information about that team or that player?
The biggest player for me, it's always been, is Willie Stargell. I really don't know what to say. Like, you know, I know who he is. I know his legacy. But it's like, I can't share your memory because, like, I wasn't there with you. That's been my problem.
I haven't gotten a lot of people, like, walk up and say, oh, this so-and-so, and did you know this and that? But it's mostly been like, oh, that's a hot jersey. Where'd you get that? I didn't even know anyone made that jersey. But I'll wear some other jersey. You know, maybe it's a Ken Griffey Jr. jersey. And of course, you know, you guys know me. I'm Mr. Jersey hat guy.
When I travel back in time and seeing all the people, all the videos I've seen, what got me into the videos was all y'all, really. I've been collecting jerseys since I was 10. Until I was a teenager where I took it very seriously. I was like, I guess just one day I was just sitting around saying, you know what, I'm gonna see if there's any people that are like me that collect jerseys. First video I saw was Rezrection, was Josh. I just remember he had the music in the background, he had all the dope stuff. It's like, damn, that guy's cool, man. I wonder if there's other guys like it. Then I run into Snacks, and then I run into A-Rock and Mighty Mouse and everybody. And all the knowledge that they were just spewing out in those videos, I just soaked it all in. I wanted to learn more, and I wanted to keep learning. I do remember this quick story. I remember the first jersey I ever bought from a King was red. He had the Lyle Alzado Mitchell and S. Raider jersey. How I bought the jersey from him must have been, I want to apologize to him because it must have been so stressful for you. I bought the jersey from him. I would send him 20s in an envelope. It was funny. But that's how I would get my jersey connected with a lot of people who are actually really good friends with to this day. Except it's a brotherhood. And, you know, it's all brothers just looking out one for
the reason why I started doing YouTube was because of jerseys. There's so much diversity with just doing jerseys, you know, jersey videos by itself.
I've kind of stepped aside from the jersey game on YouTube. Like a newer age group of jersey heads on there now. What we did back then, you couldn't do today. There's so many copyright deals that even the music that, you know, a lot of us were able to use back then, you couldn't use today. Everyone brought something to use it as a medium.
To this day, what you guys have done on YouTube is like a walking library. You know, I don't buy jerseys like all the time like I did, but when I do want to buy a jersey, you know, that's literally like I go to YouTube and I look at and I'll search a video that you guys had done so I know what an authentic jersey of that one that I want looks like.
Being and dabbling in all these different types of fandoms and hobbies, community here is much more welcoming than any other hobby that I've dabbled in. With sneakers, this whole jersey group, it's like, yo, you got a swingman on, that's dope. Going back and just talking about the sports and the jersey and stuff, like it's all love at the end of the day. I don't really see that too much with the sneaker community. There's just so much diversity and everybody is so welcoming for the most part.
I do Ewings, and you know, Ewings are frowned upon in the jersey community, so it's just one of those things too. Like the sneaker community has way too many lanes. Or just Jordans, people are just Boosts, people are just that, and they may have like the young heads versus the old heads, and you know what I'm saying, the skinny jeans versus the baggy jeans.
You know, everybody dresses how they want, but there's some people, and it's happening in every group. They got problems with my skinny jeans. Like if I'm like advocating for everybody to wear.
People are just doing it as like, oh shit, that jersey matches my sneakers. That's it. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that are not into it like we're into it.
Where are you guys from? Like, I don't know where everybody's from.
From San Jose, California.
I lived out in the Philadelphia area for like 27 years of my life, and then was in Vegas for 18 months, but now I currently reside in beautiful San Diego, California.
New York City. Lived here my whole life.
I'm born in Los Angeles, California. You know, I was raised in Culver City. It's a small little town near the LA area for about the first 16 years of my life. And then moved to Hawthorne, California.
The home of Kobe, rest in peace, Ardmore, Pennsylvania.
I feel like I've known most of you guys in here for a big portion of my life. Yet I've never really met any of you guys in person. Every time we go live, I feel like we're bringing something new to the table. It brings back so many great memories, and I'm really glad that, you know, we all got to see it and be a part of it. Because if it wasn't for those videos, I wouldn't even be talking to you guys right now.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for bringing this idea to me.
I just want to thank you guys again, you know, for tuning in. Glad to see that everybody's still doing well. If you guys want to share your handle,
jerseys like we all are, you just go to Kings of Throwback. This KINGZ of throwbacks with a Z at the end of it. Jersey Kicks and Lids also.
I'm on Instagram with you. My handle is Cali Junket on Instagram, and I got another YouTube page called Cali Junket. It's a travel page.
I'm saying my Instagram is NYC Champion Collector.
YouTube page, POB1 Fu. I'm trying to make more videos there, and my IG handle is Anthony1 Obulus 24.
Instagram, rivalry _sportswear.
My Instagram is Mighty Fan, one word. On YouTube, it's Mighty Mouse Fan 1978.
Thank you guys again for tuning in. I really do appreciate everybody. Well, I don't know about y'all, but that was one hell of a ride catching up with some of the old Jersey heads and talking shop about jerseys, Just want to shout outs to all the Jersey heads that were a part of that Zoom meeting. That's all I got for you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, all that good stuff. And that's all I got for y'all. So that being said, I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.